Hello Leo, welcome to my channel. This is 𝑍𝒻🍆555. This is your January reading. Happy 2020 to all of you. This particular reading is going to be pretty similar to the one that I did a few months ago. I had a deity for each sign, but this particular deity is for all signs in the month of January. They have stepped forward to speak to me. As I explained in those videos, I am a divination witch and I work with deities and spirit guides, and sometimes they come to me at random times, or at the right time, sometimes without me realizing, that I need their help or that I need that message at the time. And that message usually is, either for myself or it's a message that I need to relay to other people. And this particular deity has a message for all signs of the zodiac in the month of January. This deity is of Samoan origin. I'm not going to pronounce their name in this video or any of the videos because I don't want to butcher their name and I don't want to insult anyone or offend anyone by pronouncing their name wrong. So I'm just going to put their name in the description box below, as well as in the title of the video. Okay, so I posed 5 questions to this deity, and there are 5 cards to answer that correlate to those questions. Okay, first card out, we have, what is your focus, Leo, for the month of January? And we have the 5 of Cups. Now, I'm not really, I'm not showing reversals in this reading, but I will read them as such. But I feel that, what I'm seeing and what I'm being shown with the 5 of Cups is there are some past influences or past situations that you no longer are entertaining, Leo. For others of you, you need to stop entertaining the past, because the past is no more. It's time to move forward from the past and move forward. It's forward movement from here on out during Capricorn season. Okay? There are cycles that need to end. Now, there could be those of you who are in a relationship, because you see these 2 cups up here, because you have the 2 of Cups in the tarot. You have these 2 cups up here isolated from these other cups. Okay? And there's some type of focus on the past and what's not working in this. For those of you who are in a relationship and your concerns and worry or disappointments are with your relationship, whether you are married or not, or for those of you who are committed, not committed, or married, this energy, for some reason, there is a sense of entertaining the past or being stuck on, well, this person is doing this just like they did back then, and you're being stuck on it. You're allowing it to affect your mood and your emotions throughout the day, and that can also tap into and ruin a lot of your manifestation power, Leo, because you guys are huge manifestors. Okay? So for those of you who are in a relationship, you may be focused on, or you may be focused on not so much things that didn't work in the past. You're maybe focused on things, things used to be this way when we first started dating, or things used to be good, last year or a few months ago, what happened, and you're stuck on why things are not working. And there's probably something that you need to address or speak about to this particular person, for those of you who are in a relationship, committed or not. But it's for those of you who are trying to make something work between you and this person because you care about them enough to do so, or you love them enough to do so. For others of you, this can be a job situation. This can be anything in regards to finances, anything in regards to your lifestyle, a job. Okay, there is a need to no longer, like I said, entertain the past, entertain what could have been. Move forward towards what is to come. Move forward towards what is better, what will be better. Throughout your day, don't focus on the past. Go to work, go to school, whatever it is that you need to do throughout your day. Focus on the task at hand. Don't focus on what could have been or what is not working out because of, you know, some past situations that you're thinking about. Okay? For others of you, there are some disappointments that you're focused on, and you're wanting to cut these disappointments out. You're done being disappointed. You're done being promised, you're done being given empty promises by others. Okay? There are others of you who are cutting out certain past behaviors, and making certain promises and sticking to them, okay, this time around, and any responsibilities moving forward with this Two of Cups. This Two of Cups also doesn't have to be romantic in nature. It can also be a friend, a business partner, a colleague, a co-worker, a manager, okay, a family member, someone that your heart is attached to some degree, right? So if you're dealing with another person, you have to let the universe deal with them. You can't fix them, Leo. You can't fix this problem right now. The only thing that you can fix is yourself within this situation, okay? So whatever it is that you're dealing with when it comes to, if it's work or school or someone else that you're dealing with, another person, you can't fix them. You have to focus on the task at hand. You have to focus on the future, on the things, the greater things that are to come in the future, right? So we have the second card to come out represents what this deity wants you to steer away from, okay? And it's interesting because you have the Ace of Discs, and again, I'm not showing reversals, but what I feel this deity is steering you away from is spending too much money. You know, there could be those of you who are really focused on your money, you're focused on your lifestyle, maybe spending way too much, or maybe you're too indulgent in spending money. For others of you, you may be stressed out about your health, okay, and you're more health focused, but there's something in regards to what's going on inwardly, Leo, that needs to be addressed this month in January. It's all about spiritual energy, emotional energy. The Ace of Discs represents the physical. And there could be those of you who are too stuck on maybe going to buy things can get you into trouble. If you're buying too many things, you may need to pay a bill, but you can't if you're spending money on other things that are not that important. You know, something that may make you happy in the moment, but it's not going to help you in the long term. Be careful with how you spend your money, okay, Leo? It's very, very important this month in January, especially in Capricorn season, okay? Try to spend or try to save your money as best you can, okay? So this deity wants you to steer away from doing too much with your money. And to also steer away from feeling that you can't have this energy, this abundant energy, because you have to steer away from feeling that you can't reach this energy and just spending money in the moment for instant gratification, and you know, and then turning around later and seeing that it bites you, you know, it bites you in the back, and that's not something that you want, you know. So learn from this energy. So it could be this past energy that you're focused on is causing you to buy more, but that's not fixing the problem. You know, you may want to travel more. There's probably a lot of things that you want to do. Also, Leo, steer away from working too much or focusing on work so much just to distract you from your disappointments. You have to deal with the past. You have to face it and heal from it. And then, you know, the rest will fall into place. Okay? So the next question is, what does this deity want to give you? This is very interesting. You have the Sagittarius swiftness. This is the Eight of Wands. Things are happening much more quickly than you think, Leo. This is fire energy. So like the speed of light, so to speak. You know what I mean? This is very, very fast energy. This deity wants to give you what you need. It wants you to reach your monthly goals or your daily goals or your weekly goals. It wants you to reach them without fail. It wants to give you spiritual guidance here. right? Any type of guidance, whether it be counseling, going to a psychologist, or going to therapy, or listening to a tarot card reading, or going to get a personal tarot card reading, or listening to what a psychic, for those, anything that you believe will benefit you in regards to counsel and wisdom and getting the answers that you need for your personal and spiritual growth. This deity is trying to give that to you in the month of January. Anything that you need, this deity wants to give to you with a swiftness, okay, with a quickness. This is not something that you have to wait on. You can manifest things instantly if you want to, but there's a lot of work involved in that before you can get to that point. Okay, it may sound far-fetched to some of us to get things instantly, but this is on a spiritual level. And in order for our deities or our spirit guides or the God, or your creator, whoever you worship, to come through, what do you have to do? You have to pray, or you have to speak to them. You have to form some type of bond or connection with them. You have to be aware of their existence, because they're definitely aware of you. Okay? This deity wants to give you abundance without setbacks, without obstacles, that you create in your mind, because we create certain obstacles in our lives, and it comes from within ourselves. There are other obstacles that we can't control, obviously. But I feel like the obstacles that you're dealing with, Leo, is coming from yourself. It's not coming from anyone else but yourself. Okay? So the next card out is going to be, what does this deity want to protect you from? And we have the Chariot. Now, there may be a Cancer here, it could be a Cancer, a Taurus, or an Aries, possibly. Okay, that this deity wants to, very, very strong Cancer energy here. But if this is a person, this person is very stubborn. This person has tunnel vision. They're not seeing things clearly. This person may come to you for advice, Leo, but they're coming to you to vent about their problems. This is for a few of you. There may be someone or a few people who are coming to you with their problems, bearing down on you, and expecting you to carry that burden, but they're not going to do it themselves. This is codependency to some degree as well. But this person is very stubborn. Okay, they have one way that they're going, and they don't want to turn around to see the damage that they're causing for themselves or for others. This deity wants to protect you from that. For others of you, this deity wants to protect you from your stubbornness. It wants you to stop for a second. This deity wants to protect you from being stubborn, to where you're not stopping to look around and think about, okay, where am I at right now? Is this where I want to be? Is this the person that I want to be with? Is this the person that I want to work with? Is this the job that I really want? Is it going to stimulate growth? Is it going to push me forward towards improvement and towards a healthier lifestyle? Okay? Stop to think and to turn around, to look back and see, okay, what are some things that I needed to learn out of that situation that kind of just went over my head. And you see how this soldier, or this knight on this chariot, has armor on, right? And he has a shield. Don't be so quick to put up a shield or to put on your armor, Leo. You're ruled by the heart. You have control over who affects your heart, right? You don't have to put up a wall or isolate yourself. You're the sun. You're ruled by the sun, right? Nobody can touch you. Nobody can touch your energy without your permission. You have the control to go anywhere that you want to go. There's no need to question, but don't cause that control to get to your head to where you just feel you can just do anything without consulting the universe at times, without thinking about, okay, what are the consequences, if, you know, in regards to the past that I need to learn before I move forward. So stubbornness and moving in a direction that is going to steer you away from your goals and your a certain lifestyle that you dream of. You want to steer this deity is trying to protect you from that. So if there are certain things that are not working in your favor, Leo, at all, no matter how much you kick and scream, no matter how much you push forward and you put your back into it, it's probably because you don't belong in that situation. Okay. So let's see. The last card out is, what will your journey, Leo, teach you by the end of the month of January? And it says indolence. Indolence. This is the Eight of Cups. So what your journey will teach you by the end of January is to leave behind things that have run stale. Whether it be a relationship that you're done with, or you're trying to make work, but it just won't work. Okay. Whether it be a job, a way of spending money, a way of thinking, right? Living in the past is no more. It should be no more in the month of January, Leo. By the end of January, before we hit February 1st, this indolence should cease. Okay? And it's interesting how these flowers here are pouring water into these cups. That's backwards, right? Your water is supposed to be given to flowers to grow and to prosper, not being squeezed out of them. So it's almost like there's a desperation to make things happen, Leo. To squeeze and squeeze and squeeze a flower to get it. You can't make things happen backwards. You can't keep stepping back, and you can't continue to keep going in a direction that has run its course. It's reached its expiration date. Its shelf life is done. There is nothing that can be done. And you guys know, those of you who are listening to this, you guys know exactly what this situation is. You know what is running stale. You know what you've been trying to squeeze and apply pressure to in order to get what you want out of it, but you can't get anything more out of it. It's rancid. It's no more. And like I've been telling the other zodiac signs, if it's not stimulating growth, it's done for. There's no need to try to make it work. It's no reason to continue to try to polish it. Okay? It's time. You will learn by the end of January to just walk away from distractions, to walk away from what is no longer serving you, so that your energy can shine and glisten for others to be able to be inspired by. So let go of stubbornness, Leo. I know that it's hard because you're a fixed sign. I'm a Leo sun. I get it. This is for all of you who resonate with Leo energy in your chart, whether it's in your sun, your rising, or your moon, wherever, you know. So I understand how hard it can be to try to make sense of what the universe is trying to help you make sense of when it just doesn't make sense to you. You know, but if you stay on your path and you just open yourself to what the universe is trying to show you, things will make sense. You know, and things will become easier if you just leave the past behind and you just move forward. Okay? So, let's see what your oracle messages have to say for January. This is very interesting, Leo. Now, 11, Ragnarok. Destruction, ending, and final moment. There is a need to destroy stubbornness, your ego, to destroy what makes sense, to destroy the logic that you've created for yourself in order to make sense of everything that just no longer there. It just needs to die. things don't last forever, right? There are things that can last a lifetime, but that doesn't mean things can last a lifetime, but that doesn't mean, you can find your home, your dream home, and live in that home for the rest of your life until you die. You can find that significant other or that life partner that will stay with you until the end of your days, having children, having a healthy lifestyle till the day you die, but there are moments within that life period that have to go through a cycle of life and death in order to maintain what it is that you want to last in your life until the end of your days, right? So, as sometimes we're always focused on, and I say this to people, we focus on getting the perfect life or settling for certain things because we feel we have a timeline, because a life is too short, which it is, to a certain degree, but living in the moment makes life even more richer, and opening yourself to the unknown, to what the universe wants to bring to you, it will enrich your life. A lot of people live to die, but we forget that there's so much more death of our ego, of our spirituality, of our, parts of ourselves. Our skin cells die in order to create new ones. That's why we have dandruff in our hair, in order for our hair to grow. Plants die every single fall and, every winter. Those are the deaths that we should focus on in order to prepare us for life, like the spring and the summer. Hair growth, better skin cells, for those who are women, who have a period, that is a sense of life and death in your body, in order for your body to maintain your reproductive system. There are many things, many forms of death in our lives that we don't allow to happen. Death of a relationship, a death of a friendship, right? There are things that have to die, Leo, in order for life to continue. And if you continue to try to make things work, you're going to run yourself, until you're tired, until you can't do it anymore. This deity doesn't want you to be stubborn to where you're not allowing this destruction in your life that has to happen. Destruction is a part of life. Death is a part of life. You have to deconstruct before you can construct, right? The number 11, it's funny, I've been saying 11 a lot. So there is something that's ending. And for those of you who are in a committed relationship, this does, and you're happy with this person, you guys love this person, and you guys are just going through it a little bit, and you guys know that this is the one, and you guys are really, really happy together, and you guys may be just going through a little bump in the road. It just means that there is a cycle that needs to end in the relationship. Someone needs to see themselves or see something for what it is in order for the relationship to continue down a more prosperous path. Okay? So here's the last card, and we have the dragon. Very interesting. It's more of that fire. This is an important card in this deck. It's all about spirit. This is a spiritual journey, Leo. I'm going to read this card to you guys, okay? This is from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, okay? So let's see what the dragon has to say. There's a lot of fire here. So it says, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. Okay, so the dragon represents the third chakra. Okay, so this is the solar plexus, Leo. You represent the solar plexus, the heart chakra as well, which is right above the solar plexus. So you see the greens and the yellows in here. Confidence, your core, at your core. This is inner fire. You are the fixed sign of fire in the zodiac. You are fire. You represent the sun, the very being that gives us life on this planet. You need to get back in touch with that, Leo. This video might be running a little bit long, but you know, I feel like this energy, especially, you know, me being a Leo myself, this is energy that I also am recognizing, as well as I learn from the readings that I give others, whether it be a Leo reading or, you know, any reading. So this is a time to let go of distraction and embrace change. Let go of control. Things have to die in order for life to be maintained. Okay? Walk away from what no longer serves you, Leo. And once you do, things are going to start coming through and unfolding without fail. Okay? So much love and light to all of you. I wish you all the best of luck on this journey. Happy 2020 once again. And please don't hesitate to subscribe, like or share or comment to my videos or on my videos if any of these readings resonate with you all. Okay? Take care. Bye.